All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing from Talladega. Tyler Ott and DP Riggins will have the front row. Pudge and Jeremy Edwards are on the second row. Clay Kirchenbauer, Aaron Brill on the third. Jeremy Root and points leader Edmund Jones on the fourth. Dean Webb and Russell Worth round out your top 10. Patrick Pieper in 11th with Colby Whipple in 12th. Dustin Slover starts in 13th. Justin Swafford in 14th. Richie Joplin in 15th. Blake Viken in 16th. Gourmets in his first race here starts in 17th. Brian Hewitt in 18th. Ryan McDaniel starts in 19th, hoping the bad luck is gone. And DJ the Iceman Kenner starts in 20th. Mike Brown in 21st. Brandon Newby in 22nd. Newcomer Jeff Mills starts in 23rd. Jeffrey Goodpaster in 24th. And Darren Silva rounds out the 25 truck field here at Talladega. All the trucks taken to the grid. Let's hear some predictions in the comments. You know what? That is a possibility, Steve. Everybody gets rolling. One pace lap here and then 90 laps. And of course, as always, at Talladega, there is the threat of the big one. It's not if it's going to happen, it'll be when and how bad. Do expect to see several trucks at the back of the pack dropping off early on. Kevin, I completely understand that one, buddy. Expect once they're up to speed, half dozen, maybe more cars dropping to the tail end, dropping off the lead pack. Just playing it safe here tonight. The big questions for tonight. Richie Joplin back in that truck that brought him so much luck. He won his first Nowski Nation race in it backwards here at Talladega. Can he do it again? David Gorman, new to the group. How is he going to do out here tonight? And Ryan McDaniel, did he break the bad luck streak Monday night? Pace truck is in. It's Talladega. You got to go a little further to get to the start-finish line. Here they come into the restart zone. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away at Talladega. Takes everybody about a lap and a half to get these trucks up to speed. Pudge already giving Tyler Ott a little bit of push through 1 and 2. That top line likely to be the best place to be on the track, as we've already got some cars dropping back. Jeremy Root's headed backwards. Richie Joplin is headed back. Brandon Newby, Darren Silva also dropping to the tail end to play it safe here in the early going. The Iceman starting to drop off the pack as well. Not a surprise to see this group breaking up. And Tyler Ott leads lap 1 and the outside line already on fire. And we already had that happen during qualifying. Now Jeremy Edwards dropping to the tail end of the field, giving Pudge the lead. Everybody's still too wide. Two rookies in the field tonight, Jeff Mills and David Gorman. Both accomplished racers, but tonight is their Nowski debut. DP Riggins leads the second lap at the line. Jeremy Edwards drops to the back of the lead pack. 18 cars in the lead pack, and we've got another one dropping to the back. As the number 28 of Clay Kirchenbauer, he's dropping to the tail. Blakey Pooh Snickerdoodle Boo Boo leads the second pack. The guys back there playing it safe for the time being. And that's funny. Oh, almost had a driver make a right turn there on the bottom. Things getting a little sketchy out here. Not to mention, and they're already 3 wide at the front. Edmund Jones, the points leader, stuck in the middle of that high line, dropping to the back. Brian Hewitt jumped to the high side. And Pudge has gone to the lead with the big push from Dean Webb. And Edmund Jones dropped to the back. Looks like it's about to get turned around here. He dropped back to about 8th place, but that outside line just has so much speed here, especially down the straightaways, due to the more momentum off the high side. He's already back up there battling for the lead. And they're going to do way more than tap. Let's see. Looks like Patrick Pieper, we'll see when they go down the back straightaway. No, Pieper jumped to the high side. Probably needing to cool that engine down already. Likely going to see some bump drafting down the back straightaway. Did hear a few of the drivers at Daytona saying the bump draft almost not as effective as keeping that little bit of a gap between them, but pushing that bubble of air between the car or between the trucks rather than actually being on the bumper. Oh yeah, and they can bump draft all the way around the track, although it's not advisable in the turns. Edmund Jones has the nose ahead going into turn 3. Still a lot of side-by-side. Nobody really making any big moves at the moment. Aaron Brill now leads a second pack. Sitting about 3/4 of a second off the lead pack. Blake Beacon's back behind, sits about 7 seconds back. Some of the drivers getting 3 wide here early. Dustin Slover up on the high side. Looks like Pieper is dropping back a little bit. Pieper now drops down to the bottom. Slover on the high side. Hey, good evening, Tina. Ryan appears to be having some sort of problem. He is not in the pack. I have not seen any problems on track. We had hoped that Monday night had broken the bad luck streak. Hopefully he gets a caution at some point, gets back up in the lead pack, and we'll see. It is Talladega. Anything could happen at any moment. Couple of stories playing out here tonight. Remember, Russell Worth in the 77. A broken right arm. Hopefully he has turned his force feedback down for tonight, hoping to make it through the race. Two new drivers in the field. David Garman currently in 14th. Jeff Mills currently in 15th. Richie Joplin dropped off early in the race. Dropped back to that second pack. Now really a third pack. Richie driving that truck. He won here in that truck. Last time the trucks were here, he won that race backwards. Edmund Jones came in tonight with a 19-point lead over Blake Beacon. Hoping to extend that lead, but wow, things are getting a little crazy already. Mike Brown looked like the truck was just not wanting to stay planted. A lot of the drivers did talk about the fact that the normal steering ratio most drivers would use here, a 12 or a 14 to 1, and a big dead zone at the top of the wheel. We talked about it at Daytona. The drivers were having to turn the steering ratios down to 10 to 1. Could make the trucks a little bit twitchier, but it does get rid of that dead zone. Mike Brown has a big run on the high side. Wow, a little side drafting. Brown is trying to get to the lead here. Edmonds a little squirrely through 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Tyler Ott is on his way forward. Now sits right behind Pudge. "13 laps in, green flag so far, but we will potentially have green flag stops here tonight." Looking at about 18 to 22 laps on a tank of fuel. The drivers out front. Oh, wow! The drivers out front obviously using more fuel than the trucks in the draft. Things are getting really squirrely up front. These groups that are hanging out toward the back, looks like they have might be making the wiser moves. David Garman in 14th, Jeff Mills in 15th. I know there's some Gourmet fans out there. And Dean Webb on the high side is going to lead a lap. Dean drops to the bottom. Edmond now with a 3-car pack up top. And Ryan McDaniel is about to lose a lap here early. We'll try and get an update from Ryan here in a little bit. He had a good qualifying run. He was looking fast in practice. I don't know what has happened. Looks like he is able to maintain pace when he's in the draft, as long as nobody else gets lapped. If a caution comes out, Ryan will be waved back to the lead lap as long as he is not involved. Dean Webb still holding the lead on the bottom. Starting to see some trucks jump out of line to get the engines cooled off here tonight. Swofsky in a new paint scheme in that 92 truck. A few new paints tonight. He's in a turbo truck. Will that give him an advantage late in the race? Colby Whipple, Jeff Mills, and Clay Kirchenbauer right at the tail end of the field. Clay also in a new paint tonight. I believe that is Aaron Brill dropping back to the back of the lead pack. We always expect to see some of these drivers drop to the tail end of the field early in these races at Talladega and Daytona, but I am really surprised by the number of drivers that have pulled that move tonight. Blake still leads that second pack. They are now 22 seconds behind the lead pack. They're going to have to get single file pulled together and start making their way forward. As long as the lead pack is too wide, those guys could gain some ground, but they're going to have to tighten it up and work together. Tina, I definitely love that truck as well. Edmund Jones pulls the nose back out ahead of Dean Webb as they go through 1 and 2. Should start seeing pit stops potentially next time by, and we could see problems getting to pit road. This track is always a bit tricky getting on pit road, getting down from 190 plus miles an hour to pit road speed of 65. Doing it in as quickly in as short a time period as possible Plus, you've got to pit with other drivers to have some drafting help. Will this second pack come in together this time, or will they go another lap or two? As long as they are sliding in and out of line like this, man, they are not going to make up any ground. They are continuing to lose time. Edmund Jones down to the bottom line for the first time tonight. Yeet indeed, Kevin. We talked about it Monday night. You see the logo on Edmund's car. Edmund fighting to get his children back. They don't know where they are. If you can help in any way, if you know anything about it, maybe just even not, if not, please just say a prayer for that family right now. Edmund practically lifting Pieper off the ground. He's so far up under him. Most of these here we go. Pieper leads pretty much the entire inside line to pit road. Mike Brown and Jeremy Edwards out front now. Whipple and Kirchenbauer back behind. Aaron Brill also out. Blake Viken leading his crew around as well. Blake brings it down. Everybody is coming with him. Could see a dramatic shakeup looking at some of these pit stop times. Here comes Mike Brown in. Jeremy Edwards also in. Whipple headed in. Clay is headed in. Aaron Brill headed in. Meanwhile, Edmund Jones leads that first pack back out of pit road. A lot of groups of 2 and 3 that will have to work together, form back up. This is the opportunity for these drivers that were in that back pack to close that gap up. Ryan McDaniel has not got the caution he needed yet, hoping to come soon. Whipple on his way off pit road. The last few trucks on their way out. Jeremy Edwards currently in the lead, but here comes the pack. He'll try and catch the draft of the leaders. DP Riggins closing up. Mike Brown trying to close up. Colby Whipple alone at the moment. Clay Kirchenbauer is coming. Swafford has help from Jeff Mills. They are closing in. Hewitt and Slover also behind, closing in. Brill, Garmin, and Webb trying to make their way forward. But after pit stops, Edmund Jones has the lead again. Tyler Ott in second. Pudge in third. Patrick Pieper in fourth. Jeremy Edwards in fifth. DP Riggins now in sixth. Mike Brown all alone, but up to seventh. Brian Hewitt leads this next group. He's in 8th with Whipple. In 9th, Dustin Slover in 10th. Clay in 11th. Swafford in 12th. Jeff Mills in 13th. Dean Webb 14th. Aaron Brill in 15th. Garmy in 16th. Root leads that second pack with Viken in 18th. Newbie in 19th. Ritchie in 20th. Goodpaster in 21st. DJ Kenner in 22nd. Darren Silva sits in 23rd. Ryan McDaniel in 24th. And Russell Worth the 25th. Russell did go back in for a second stop. It looks like he had a speeding penalty. The top 6 nose to tail. Brian Hewitt's packed 7 seconds back. Jeremy Root's group 20 seconds behind that second pack, but they are gaining ground on that second pack now. I do occasionally breathe, Kevin. Lead pack staying single file for the moment. Brian Hewitt finally gets his pack organized. They are now 8 seconds back, but they are starting to close the gap. Dustin Slover has gotten hooked on Jeremy Root's group, now 19.5 seconds back, gaining quite a bit every lap. Looks like as much as a couple of tenths a lap just closing that gap in. But they're going to have to pick up more pace if they want to get back up into the fight. Everybody pretty much sitting single file. Nope, never mind. This group was single file a few laps ago, but looks like Dean Webb has moved up to the high side. Brought Colby Whipple with him. Several others as they start to make their way forward. Mike Brown, oh, Dustin Slover, Mike Brown almost get together. Brown was trying to move up into that high line, gain some momentum. Slover had the run, gets to the high side on him. Swafford leads that second group, now 10 seconds behind. This battling has cost them a little bit of time. Meanwhile, Root, leading the third group, has closed the gap down significantly, now down to 17.25 seconds. This group lost a lot of ground in that first run, but now starting to make some of it up. In fact, last time by, this group, led by Jeremy Root, was the fastest group on track. Root had the fastest lap last time by over 0.6 of a second. Meanwhile, Tyler Ott has taken the lead in the front group. Pudge in second. Pieper now in third. Edwards in fourth. DP in fifth. Edmund Jones sitting in sixth, and Swofsky in seventh. Swofsky leading that second group. They have started to cut back into the lead pack's gap. Now down to 9.7 seconds. But Root now continues to close in on the groups ahead, half a second faster every lap consistently. In fact, after that lap, they were exactly a half second faster than the group ahead and significantly faster than the lead pack. Just over a third of the way through the race so far, caution free. The second pack has now gone single file. Sorry, that is the lead pack with... No, I was correct. This is the second pack. They have finally gone single file, trying to get some more speed and momentum. Not as tightly, though, as this third pack, led by Root. This group continues to be the fastest pack on track by half a second a lap. The gap now down to 16 and a half seconds and closing. Everybody pitted on lap 21 or lap 22, so only about 10 more laps before we see some more green flag stops. That had that first green flag stop helped some drivers, hurt others. Ott jumping to the high side. He's led a few laps. Now gets back in the draft to save some fuel. And Pudge is going to go back to the lead. Second pack currently led by Swafford, about 9.5 seconds behind the lead pack. They are still trying to gain some momentum on the leaders, but just not making a whole lot of headway. And it looks like some of them still want to do a little battling here mid-race. Hey, good evening, John. DP's Moza paint scheme, he actually runs that across multiple cars. And here's an interesting note. If anybody wants to, contribute to the How to Suck at iRacing family, Moza is actually coming out with a wheelbase and a wheel specifically designed for American Truck Sim. So if anybody wants to send me a Moza direct drive wheel, a regular racing wheel, and a ATS wheel, I'm not going to argue with you. Swafford and crew, about 9.5 seconds, have not gained or lost any ground the last few laps. Root and crew, though, 14.4 seconds behind and closing in quickly. Hudge continues to lead. Still a lot of green flag. Thank you for the stars so much, Tina. I might have to play some of that Friday, Kevin. I haven't played that in a few weeks. Most of the field single file trying to make up ground. Swafford and crew now down to 9 seconds behind the lead pack. They have built a little momentum, but Root and crew now 13.25 seconds behind the second pack. They actually have that second pack in their sights now. How much will this second pit stop shake things up? And they will have to have a third stop tonight. Potentially a fourth stop for a splash and go if we see this stay green. John Edmond is actually leading the points coming into tonight by 19 points over Viken, Richie Joplin, Jacob Morgan, and Dustin Slover. Edmond has continued to pull away in the points week in and week out. Already one win on the season with an average finish of second place for our points leader. DJ Kenner, meanwhile, after last week's race, lost a lot of ground. He went into last week second in points, is now dropped back to 9th. DJ currently in that third pack in 22nd. Ryan McDaniel also lurking there. Swafford and crew have kicked it up a notch, now 7.5 seconds behind the lead pack. But despite the increased speed, Jeremy Root still pulling this third pack up, now 11.1 seconds behind that second pack. That is the in-car. We'll wait till he goes through the turn. That is Jeremy Root's in-car camera. We've had a problem, the first problem of the night. Brian Hewitt, no caution. Hewitt looks like he was just dropping and possibly trying to drop back through the field. Just got it wrong and ended up in the infield. Root and crew coming through turn 4, and they're coming in. Pit stops, the second round begin now. The third pack is on pit road. All the drivers hit their pit stalls. How soon do we see Pudge and the rest of the field in here? Pudge sets up. Here they come. The top group is in. And no problems getting into pit road this time. Whipple, who's now leading that second pack, they all stay out. And Tyler Ott has had a problem back behind. We'll take a look at it here in a moment. No caution as of yet. Whipple and crew going to extend for another lap. Tyler Ott rolls off pit road and looks like he just grabbed a gear at the wrong time and spun the tires. The two rookies, David Garman and Jeff Mills, on pit road alone. Jeremy Root's group now led by Blake Veekin, just 4 seconds behind Tyler Ott, Dustin Slover, Dean Webb, and Justin Swafford. The top 4 are on pit road. That will complete the cycle of pit stops, and Pudge will reclaim the lead here. Edmund Jones out of the draft alone for the moment. Jeff Mills not far behind. Garmy and Mills both managed to come out and get hooked up with fast groups very quickly. And here come those last few trucks off pit road. Things get a little dicey. Pudge in the lead pack, now just 4 cars strong. Swafford leading that second group. They are going to close quickly. They are about 9.4 seconds behind that pack. Blake Beacon leading that third group. They are now 4 seconds behind that second group. They have made up a ton of time. Pudge, DP Riggins, Patrick Pieper, and Jeremy Edwards make up that lead group. The second group, Justin Swafford, Dean Webb, Edmund Jones in 7th, Dustin Slover in 8th. Mike Brown now to 9th, David Garman in 10th, Clay Kirchenbauer in 11th, Jeff Mills in 12th. And that third group led by Blake Beacon with Jeremy Root, Richie Joplin, Brandon Newby, and Tyler Ott. DJ Kenner and Jeffrey Goodpaster alone at the back. Looks like Brian Hewitt has gotten hooked up with them, but Hewitt, after that incident, is a lap down. And looks like Whipple had a problem. Whipple headed back toward pit road. Just sent it to pit road a little too hard. Did a little drifting and pulled it back together. Looks like Colby had to go back to pit road to serve a penalty. Jeremy Root has gone back to the front of that third pack. Looks like they are starting to build some momentum here again. They lost a little bit of ground switching drivers at the front of that group, but now they're all green and all headed forward. DP Riggins, Patrick Pieper, Jeremy Edwards, and Pudge. Pudge now dropping to the tail end of the lead pack to save a little bit of fuel. Whipple has come off pit road, but Colby now back to 25th. Russell Worth also, after serving his penalty, back to 24th. Ryan McDaniel all alone at the moment in 23rd. Hewitt in 22nd and Darren Silva in 21st. Still 20 cars on the lead lap, 5 cars, 1 or more laps down, hoping for a caution that don't involve them. Swafford and crew closing the gap on DP and crew. Jeremy Root and his group have stabilized the gap, but not gaining any ground here at the moment. But it ain't for not trying. Richie pushing Jeremy Root all the way down the back straightaway. Mike Brown in the middle of that second pack, led by Swofsky. Now just 8.5 seconds behind the lead pack. They continue to close that gap. Meanwhile, Jeremy Root has got his team together and they are hauling the mail. Now 3.5 seconds back. Looking from Root's truck, you can see the difference now. They're almost to that second pack, and I guarantee you when they get to them, they're going to go flying by on the high side and start making their way toward the leaders. I do not know how Root is doing, managing to pull this off. But man, he leads that group and they are hauling. Now 2.5 seconds back. Kevin, I'm beginning to wonder if we are going to see our first ever super speedway race without a caution tonight. David Garman, one of the new drivers tonight, currently in 9th. The other rookie, Jeff Mills, currently running in 13th. That lead group now has the lap cars of Colby Whipple and Ryan McDaniel with them. Can they capitalize on the 2 extra trucks? They have pulled a little bit of a gap on what in the world is going on. That third pack gets in here. They got there quickly. Let's take a quick look at when the group caught up. There's Jeremy Root leading his group. They go to the high side. One car looks like Dean Webb went down to the apron. Might have had a problem off 4 and it shuffled everybody up a bit. But Jeremy Root and crew have gone to the high side, and as predicted, they are on their way. If these guys on the bottom are smart, they are going to let Root and crew get by, hop in behind, and just ride that momentum to the front. Steve, that is a big likelihood now. I've been broadcasting for 3 years next month, and I can tell you wholeheartedly, I do not believe I have ever broadcast a race at Daytona or Talladega, especially one with this many cars, that has gone green to checkered. Tonight could be the night. After everybody settled in, Jeremy Root now 9.7 seconds behind that lead pack that he is gaining quickly. They will have to make one more stop. Around lap 64 to 66, most of these drivers will be in. It's going to be really close on fuel. And we may even see some drivers needing a stop and a splash and go. Patrick Pieper goes to the lead for the first time tonight. Jeremy Edwards in second, DP in third, Pudge in fourth, Jeremy Root in fifth, now 9.25 seconds back. Richie Joplin, who last time the trucks were here won the race, he has been back in the 20s most of the night, now up into sixth. Newbie in 7th, Slover in 8th, Mike Brown in 9th, Tyler Ott in 10th. Nope, Blakey Poo just slid into 10th. Points leader Edmund Jones in that second pack, back in 13th. Steve, I do not know, buddy. Are you sure it went through? I'll be able to check after the race, but it didn't show up on in my software or on my phone. This second pack continuing to close, now 8.6 seconds back. Will do, Steve. Looks like this second group having a little problem getting tightened up. They got two cars up on the high side, which is definitely going to slow them down as these two come up toward the front of this pack. The rookie Jeff Mills and the injured Russell Worth up on the high side. The gap now stabilized between the top two groups at 8.9 seconds. Patrick Pieper taking advantage of the two lap cars in the lead group. No, Whipple has dropped off, but they've still got Ryan McDaniels there with them. And now that they've gone side by side, they have lost 0.4 of a second. They are now 9.1 seconds behind. Jeremy Root led one heck of a charge. but it may be coming to an end as the rookie and the injured driver try to make their way to the front. And here we go. Root brings his group in, and holy cow, Dustin Slover really locks him up. And we got one around. It's Newbie. Brandon Newbie hops down to the bottom and Slover locks him up, but they never touch. Oh, Newbie just the back end steps around on him. And here comes the lead pack led by Patrick Pieper. Ryan McDaniel also locking him up. This could be the final stop. However, the potential for another splash and go stop is a very high probability. Nobody has gone more than 22 laps on a tank tonight. Jeff Mills now leads with Mike Brown, Edmund Jones, Clay Kirchenbauer, and Aaron Brill. Jeremy Root already back out with Viken. Dustin Slover not far behind. Pudge has had a problem. Pudge rolls off pit road. Could we see the same thing we saw earlier? Just a bad shift and the back end snaps around. It's the second time we have seen that tonight. I think somebody may have greased up pit road. Clay Kirchenbauer now in the lead, drafting off the lap car of Colby Whipple. Aaron Brill right with him in second. Jeremy Edwards, DP Riggins, Patrick Pieper. Richie Joplin appears to have gotten a speeding penalty while he was on pit road. He has now scored in 19th. And now only 15 cars remain on the lead lap, but Clay Kirchenbauer, Aaron Brill have not completed their pit stop. Some of them will be back to the lead lap in a moment. But the whole race may have just been flipped upside down by this cycle of pit stops. Brandon Newbie also got a speeding penalty on pit road. Yes, said it earlier in the race. It is Talladega. Anything can happen. Clay Kirchenbauer, Aaron Brill on their way in. There is a very slight chance Clay and Aaron could be able to go the distance from here. And Jeremy Edwards about to take the lead for the first time tonight, followed by DP Riggins and Patrick Pieper. And look who's in fourth, Jeremy Root. Blake Viken right there with him. Drafting help from Newbie at the moment. Root now 9.5 seconds behind the lead pack. Does he have the time? Can he make up the distance? Kevin, he definitely wanted that birthday cake. They're likely still celebrating his actual birthday on Monday. Hudge, after that mistake, coming off pit road, now back into 6th. Swafford in 7th, Mike Brown in 8th, Tyler Ott in 9th, and Jeff Mills in 10th, Gourmets in 11th. Clay Kirchenbauer in 12th, Aaron Brill in 13th. Edmund Jones now back into 14th. Slover in 15th, DJ Kenner back in 16th. Goodpaster all alone in 17th, Richie Joplin now in 18th. Dean Webb 19th and Newby in 20th. Darren Silva sitting 21st, Brian Hewitt 22nd, Ryan McDaniel 23rd. Russell Worth is back on pit road, but he is all alone, and it looks like it could be a penalty stop. You got to hand it to Russell out here tonight racing with one arm. But man, it has caused him some problems. Things get really dicey there between Pieper and I believe Dean Webb. Dean currently back in 19th. Jeremy Root and crew have lost ground to the leaders. They are 10 seconds behind that lead pack. But that lead pack continues to grow as they pick up lap cars. And could this side by... Oh! One in the grass. Patrick Pieper is going to save it, but holy crap. Let's take a look at this, but caution has come out. 3 wide into turn 3. It was never going to be a good situation. Dean trying to use the side draft, but took the air off DP. Oh, he gets loose into DP. Dean ends up in the wall. And it looks like the caution is for Dean Webb. And the whole race just got turned upside down again. The first caution of the night, lap 72. And the fuel question has just been answered regardless of if they make a pit stop. They can go the distance from here on the fuel load they have. Russell Worth officially out of the race. His hand was giving him too much. Russell, buddy, I'm impressed you got out there and got it done. Great job tonight. Don't give up, man. Let's see how many go to pit road here. And it looks like everybody is going to go ahead, drop in, get 4 tires and fuel. Steve, it likely does owe him money. I've heard Barney the Flagman is a bit of a loan shark. And could we see several drivers that were a lap down stay out here to get their laps, get the wave around, and get back out to the lead lap? See if we can get a quick word with Jeremy Root. Hey, Jeremy, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, man, good. I think you might have the fastest truck out there. You were running guys down like crazy tonight.
Just having the right person behind me and having the right group together. Blake and Newbie and everybody else does a really good job. And everybody, the smoothness is everything. The smoother you are, the faster you're going to be. If you're all over the place, it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm really proud. Now we just got to make it to the end, and hopefully we're up front and ready to rear up.
Well, do you have the guys with you? Do you think you'll have the help to get to the front and maybe get the win?
Most definitely. Just Blake's in front of me, so I think we'll be all right. We just got to make sure we do it smart and we don't make any mistakes.
Well, good luck, man. It's been one heck of a run for you tonight.
Thank you, sir. Hopefully we end it with a W.
Hope so, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
Jeremy Root came off pit road in 7th. They were 9 seconds behind when the caution came out. Root's been on a tear with the help from Viken, with the help from everybody. Richie Joplin in that group. Looks like Richie did stay out and got a wave around. Looking to see if we get Ryan McDaniel or Darren Silva. Looks like Dean Webb on pit road for repairs. This is one of the few races this season the drivers do have a fast repair available. Hey, good evening, Robert. Cheering on Pudge. Pudge back in the fight now after that problem coming off pit road. But he is back in the fight, back in the lead pack, and things are really about to heat up, folks. Came very close tonight to seeing a green to checkered race. Not the case now. Now the question is, can they go green from here? "19 cars on the lead lap, all of them still in the fight." Robert, Angie and I could probably get side by side and just block the track and pull off the win that way. Russell, I hope you're feeling better next week, buddy. Hayes truck heads to pit road, the long drive to the restart zone. Clay Kirchenbauer in control, DP Riggins on the high side. Green flag is back in the air. 14 to go at the line. A lap and a half to get them up to speed. I don't know, Angie. I have a feeling before long you'll be up here battling with all of them. A little bit of action towards the back of the pack. Several cars drop into the tail end, likely expecting another caution here. Dean Webb back on the lead lap. No, I am sorry, Dean is still one lap down. He is trying to fight his way to the front of the pack in hopes of getting a wave around. Steve, I may actually steal that one from you. I'll have to practice it, but we'll see. Caution is back out. Gonna try and take a look at Richie Joplin. I don't actually know why. Oh, it just stacked up back behind. Holy cow! Colby Whipple and Richie Joplin end up in the wall. Second caution of the night as things heat up. That should end up giving Dean Webb the lucky dog, putting him back on the lead lap. And DP Riggins now at the front. Pieper in second, Clay in third, Jeremy Edwards in fourth, Swowski in fifth. Viken, Tyler Ott, Jeremy Root, Mike Brown, and Pudge round out your top 10. David Garman in 11th, Aaron Brill in 12th, points leader Edmund Jones all the way back in 13th, DJ Kenner in 14th, and Jeff Mills in 15th. Newbie, Goodpaster, Slover, Joplin, and Silva all on pit road, as was Colby Whipple. Kevin, that's a very real possibility. Let's see if we can get a quick word with our leader. Hey, DP, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Doug. How's it going?
Man, good. You're finally back up here at the front with not a lot less than 10 to go once the restart hits. Can you hold everybody off?
That we'll have to see. I sure hope so. Feel pretty good about the car and where I stand at. Just see if I can hold my own.
It's definitely been a really green and really clean race, but 2 late race cautions here. Will we see green to the end, or are you expecting a little more chaos?
I expect maybe one more. Hopefully that's not the case, but we'll see.
And hopefully it's behind you, I'm guessing.
Yes, I hope so.
Well, man, good luck. It's been a great run to get you up here, back up to the front. Keep up the good work, buddy.
You too, Doug. Thanks.
DP started in second, but it dropped back early in the race. Was back in one of those back groups. Now up here leading this thing. Being up front at Talladega and Daytona on a restart is really the last place you want to be. Dean Webb back on pit road. Does look like he got the wave around, so he's back on the lead lap. Looked like just a splash of gas, maybe right side tires, but DP Riggins, Patrick Pieper on the front row, Clay Kirchenbauer, Jeremy Edwards on the second row, Justin Swalford, Blake Veakin on the third, Tyler Ott, Jeremy Root, Mike Brown, and Pudge round out the top 10. Pudge not out of this one yet. I do not believe Pudge has had a win yet this season. Nope, Pudge has not had a win yet this season. Could tonight be the night? Pace truck is in. Here they go into the restart zone. DP fires. Green flag is in the air. 9 to go at the line. And already guys trying to make a move up top. 3 wide as Blake Veakin on the high side. And Jeremy Root right with him. Pudge right behind him. Smart move by Pudge. As Root and Veakin have been able to fly around this track all night long. Pieper now in the sucker hole in the middle with Jeremy Edwards. Can they make the side draft work to pull back ahead? Three wide coming to the start-finish line. It'll be 8 to go at the line. Not a surprise to see this one heating up this much. DP on the bottom, losing a little bit of ground. Clay Kirchenbauer still lurking there on the bottom as well. Dean Webb back on the lead lap, slicing and dicing his way forward up to 16th. DP with the big push from Clay, now back to the lead. I doubt anybody is watching those temp gauges closely here. Oh, it gets a little bumpy mid-pack. Dean Webb got a little squirrely trying to come up the middle. He has cut his way up through this field, now up to 9th. Oh, we've got a wreck. Caution. A lot of trucks in this mess. Looked like there might have been some net code at play. Newbie, a hard lick into the inside wall. Looked like Edmund Jones may have been caught up in this one as well. Newbie comes across Edmund's nose. Ryan McDaniel gets caught in it. DJ Kenner. Aaron Brill also caught up in it. Aaron Brill there on the high side. Oh, it looked like Newbie may have just gotten into a Pudge. Turns down, hits Mike Brown, and then chaos. Aaron Brill really got the worst of that one. Jared, highly likely. Garmin did get caught in it. He has gone to pit road, repaired, and back out. Aaron Brill is fixed and back out. Mike Brown did not come in. Jeff Mills still on pit road. The Iceman still on pit road. John, that is, yeah, was some wild but clean racing up until that point. Looked like Newbie just got a big run and nowhere to go. Likely going to restart this race with 3 laps to go. On that last restart, we saw several cars jump to the high side, made it 3 wide as soon as they hit the start-finish line. Expect to see that move again, but I'm willing to bet some of these drivers are going to be protecting that high side quickly. Hey, good evening, Richie West. How are you, bud? Edmund Jones did not come to pit road looking. It does not look like he took any damage. So the points leader may be okay. Blake Vegan came into tonight second in points, 19 points behind Edmund. Blake currently third on track. Could see a big shakeup in the points with Edmund running back in 11th place. Richie Joplin, who came in tonight third in points, is out of the race, scored in 24th. Jacob Morgan, who was 4th in points, is not here tonight. So a lot of shakeups in the points. Richie, no, I haven't. I talked to Angie about it. She was not the least bit interested. Patrick Pieper and Jeremy Edwards have the front row. Viken and DP Riggins on the second. Tyler Ott, Clay Kirchenbauer on the third. Jeremy Root, Dean Webb on the fourth row. Pudge and Dustin Slover round out your top 10. Slover will actually make up a ton of ground here tonight. If he can keep it, if he can get a top 5. He came in tonight tied with Pudge in the points in 5th. They'll both surpass Jacob Morgan and make up a lot of ground on Richie. Pace truck is in. Into the restart zone they go. If they fire, green flag back in the air. It'll be 3 to go at the line. And here we go, looking at some drivers starting to make a move up to the top. Side by side out front, Pieper has the nose ahead with the push from Beacon. Dean Webb starting to look his way up the middle here with no help at the moment. But now Clay gets hung out to dry as DP and Jeremy come down. Clay able to slide in right in front of Pudge. Across the line, 2 laps to go. Oh, we've got a spinner. Caution is out. Jeremy Root around. Jeremy Root in the middle. Looked like he got ping-ponged. Minimal damage, though. He is not out of the fight yet. And we are going to go to a green-white checkered finish. This will also get Darren Silva, should get the lucky dog, putting him back on the lead lap. Jeremy Root now back to 18th, but I don't see any significant damage on the truck, and we've seen how fast Root is here tonight. The field's still trying to work their way to the pace car. Everybody gets caught up. I doubt we see anybody give up track position to go to pit road Jeffrey Goodpaster back in 15th is the first car in. Jeremy Root going to go ahead and go in and see if he can get repairs alongside DJ the Iceman Kenner. These two, watch for them to be hooked up. DJ no longer on the lead lap. Watch for him to get hooked up with Root and those two to fight their way to the front. Let's see if we can get a quick word with our leader. Jeremy, it's Doug. You got me? Oh, I can barely hear you, buddy. Hey, you are restarting in the lead on a green-white checkered. Happy or not?
No, I'd rather be on the top, to be honest with you. So we'll see. Blake's good pusher on the outside, so him and Peeper will probably get a pretty good run. But we'll see what happens.
It's been it was a mostly green race, then a little bit of chaos has broken out here lately. You've managed to avoid pretty much all of it. Is the truck still 100%, and do you think you can hold that high line off?
Yeah, truck's good. I haven't had any damage. I know DP pushed me real good on the outside there, but that run they get on the outside so good. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to try and actually get in front of up on this top side if I can. We'll see.
Well, man, good luck. If you can get to that top side, you may be hard to beat. And I know I don't want to be out front on this restart. Wishing you the best of luck, buddy.
All right, thanks.
Watch for Jeremy Edwards to make a quick move to the top on the restart. Lights go out on the pace car. They get ready for the green-white checkered finish. It takes about a lap and a half to get these trucks up to full speed, but these guys, they will be going at it from the drop of the green. This could come down to who has the best restart and the best pusher on the last lap. That outside line has been dominant all night long. Can somebody on the inside line hold them off? Robert, if you get that right, I will message you for lottery numbers later. Pace truck gets ready to drop in. The long drive back to the restart zone here at Talladega. 2 laps to go. Jeremy Edwards going to try and make a move to the high side quickly. Green flag back in the air. Edwards did not get the jump he needed to get to the high side. And Dean Webb now back up in the mix. He was a lap down not that long ago. Mike Brown on the high side. Mike trying to make it 3 wide already. Pieper has the lead with the push from Blake. Oh, we've got 2 off track, 3 off track. Caution is out. We'll get another green-white checkered. Looks like Brandon Newby involved, comes down, just comes across Edwards' nose. Dean Webb catches a piece of it. See if we can get a better replay of Webb. Dean had fought his way back from a lap down. Oh, just a little bump from DP checking up. And Edwards comes back up into Dean hard. Robert, so far, you're on the right track. Pudge now up to 4th. Now the question is, with 2 green-white checkers, most of this field has pitted since lap 74. They should be okay on fuel. Well, Pieper is coming to pit road. Pieper last pitted lap 74. I can't imagine him needing fuel here. Will the tires go on? Clay Kirchenbauer also went in, as did Dean Webb. Dean Webb obviously in for repairs. Steve, imagine how I feel in situations like that, buddy. The Iceman gets the wave around. That should put DJ Kenner back on the lead lap. So now Tyler Ott has the lead. Blake Veeken in 2nd. Pudge in 3rd. Mike Brown in 4th. DP Riggins in 5th. Swafford in 6th. Aaron Brill in 7th. Jeffrey Goodpaster in 8th. Jeremy Root back up to 9th. And Jeff Mills in 10th. Dustin Slover in 11th. Edmund Jones in 12th. Garmy in 13th. Darren Silva in 14th. Brandon Newby in 15th, Patrick Pieper in 16th, Clay Kirchenbauer 17th, DJ Kenner in 18th, Dean Webb in 19th, and Brian Hewitt in 20th. 19 cars still on the lead lap. And looking at the points, I would just throw my hands in the air on this one. If Tyler Ott wins, he could jump up a lot in the points tonight. They stack back up for another green-white checkered finish. Dean Webb, Clay Kirchenbauer, DJ Kenner, all pitted on this stop. Fuel only for most, but Dean Webb and DJ getting repairs. Newbie also stopped. Nope, not on this one. Peeper stopped on this one for, looks like a fuel stop. Peeper may have taken right side tires on that one. Pace truck dropping back in. Down the front straightaway, they head toward the restart zone. Tyler Ott in control. 2 to go. Green flag back in the air. Nobody making the gutsy move up to the third line yet. Dean Webb already jumping to the high side, trying to make something. Dean is just slicing and dicing. Tyler and Blake side by side. Big push from Pudge. One car up on the high side all alone. That third line not forming, the outside just falling back. Coming through the tri-oval, looking at Barney the flagman. He's got the white flag in the air. One more time around, and now it's getting dicey. They're wrecking behind. But the white flag is out. Tyler Ott leads them into turn one. Pudge right on the bumper. Beacon on the high side has the push from Mike Brown. Through 3 and 4, who is it gonna be here? Mike Brown now looks to the high side again. There's a wreck in turns 3 and 4, the final lap, and the rookie Jeff Mills. Holy cow, Jeff Mills. In his first Nowski race, Jeff Mills gets the win. Jeremy Root comes home in second, Swafford in third. What a finish. Here's where some of that chaos, Aaron Brill just goes up the track, gets into Edmond. Trying to see what happened to Tyler Ott. A little bumping and maybe a little neck code at play. Blake gets turned up into Tyler, and that is the chaos out of 3 and 4. And let's see if we can talk to our top 3, starting with Swofsky. Swafford, man, what a wild last lap.
Man, I tell you, I'm sweating bullets here, ducking, dodging, weaving.
You learned all of that trucking with me, didn't you, buddy?
I did. It pays to, truck with you, because when you get used to trucking with you, you got to be on the lookout at least a mile ahead.
Well, it paid off tonight, man. What a wild race. I'm honestly, one of the few times I've been speechless after a race. That was a wild last lap, but you managed to come through all of that.
Yeah, I got a little nervous. I fell back to like 12th, I think it was, and I was back there, and I was like, man, this inside's not getting restarts. I don't know if this outside's going to get a restart. And I was like, I have no idea if I'm even come out of this thing. So to grab it there, that's pretty cool. And congrats to Mills on that win.
Well, great job tonight, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you, Doug.
Swafford comes home in third. Jeremy Root pulls off the second. Jeremy, that was one heck of a second place finish.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know how I made it through it, but I did.
I don't know either. I know you restarted about 9th, and honestly, I thought nobody attacked until the last lap, and I honestly thought you were just kind of stuck back there, and then 2 bouts of chaos, you drive through all of it.
Yep, yeah, it was awesome, man. I enjoyed it, and that was a heck of a DEGA race. Went green for a long way, and we were 26 seconds away from the leader when we pitted the first time. So being 26 seconds away from the leader and then being behind us, and we were able to catch the field and finish second. So can't really complain.
No, man, that was awesome. And I have to say, we talked a few weeks ago about the fact that normally you trend up, but here lately you've been trending down. But, man, tonight turned everything around for you.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And it's Talladega, it's a guessing game whether you're gonna make it or not. And tonight just played in our favor. So on to next week, and hopefully it helps with our points and we can get back where we need to be.
All right, buddy. Congrats, man.
Thank you, sir.
And finally, our winner, the rookie, I'm not 100% sure this is Jeff Mills, but we're going to try it. Hey, is this Jeff Mills?
This is.
Hey, man, couldn't read your full name in Discord, but your first race with the Nowski Nation, you pull off a win.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun out there.
Man, I got to say, you were up there in the top 10 most of the night and just kind of lingering. No real big moves, and then suddenly that last lap, you managed to just drive through everything.
I still haven't even gone back to see the replay to see how I made it through any of that. And yeah, I was just hanging out at the beginning of the race, biding my time.
Well, it definitely paid off. You kept the truck clean, man. A great job, and your first race, you get a win. Great way to start with the league, man. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Jeff Mills, his first race in the Nowski Nation. It's not often we say something like that, but congratulations. What an awesome night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to what was a wild race. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did. Don't forget, tomorrow night, the HTSAI Community Convoy Night. And I bet you see a little trucking tomorrow, too. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody.